Oh, hello there. I'm Archibald Bladius Mansfield III, and this is Knife Show and Tell. In today's episode, we're going to show you a selection of custom pieces from Blade Show 2014 in Atlanta. Welcome everybody to Knife Show and Tell. This is a new series we're going to run after each of the trade shows that we go to, and we bring back a lot of custom stuff. We want to show you these really unique and artistic pieces. So I have Jake here. Jake, why don't you introduce yourself real quick?
My name is Jacob. I've been with Blade HQ about 7 years. I am in charge of buying and products in general.
Yeah, he's our product manager. He knows all the secret handshakes for all the custom guys and all the knife designers out there. So we brought some stuff back from Blade Show in Atlanta 2014. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Yeah, let's get into this. Let's start out with Lamech Cutlery. Many of you people probably know Eugene over at Lamech Cutlery. Mainly known for their Damascus work, their fixed blades, but they've recently, within the last year, introduced a folder, flipper, called the Wayfarer. And this knife is available in a few different options, mainly handle options. Here we've got a micarta with a bolster. Here is a G10. And this G10, they did a really nice job. It's almost a polished G10, has a slight sheen to it. This is it's a silver lightning strike carbon fiber, bolstered. And fit and finish on these are fantastic. If you haven't ever, handled an old Lamech cutlery knife, they do some really fine work.
Very solid feeling in the hand, I have to say.
Yeah.
Very secure, big knife.
Flip's great. It is a larger knife. These all feature CPM 154 steel on the blade. Next up, one of our favorite makers, Lucas Burnley. You may recognize some of Lucas's designs, and this one I thought turned out really nice. The Damascus pattern on it is pretty, I don't know, what would you call that?
Wavy? It's like a wavy Damascus, or even like boomerangs.
Yeah,
boomerangs.
yeah.
It's actually really cool up here on the swedge too. It actually reflects really nicely.
And you kind of matched, the handle heat treat on the titanium. But yeah, Lucas, if you can never grab any of his knives, he's already super popular, but I think his popularity is just going to grow. He does a really good job at creating a nice brand for himself. And then a little small guy, the Squid, another classic Burnley design.
It's got some real aggressive jimping there on the top. Some big old thumb studs.
Yeah, a little titanium frame lock. Next up, we've got David Sharp of Sharp Works. David's, I don't know exactly how long he's been making knives, for a good while now. This is the first stuff we've ever carried of his. Saw it at the show, fell in love with it instantly. He's got a very clean style, as you can see on this knife. Lightning strike carbon fiber Damascus blade. Again, this is a liner lock flipper. Feels great. I kind of prefer some of the simpler knives, and this one just really spoke to me.
On the spine of the blade too, the Damascus is actually really cool. You can see the patterning.
So I've got this one, and then this guy right here, which was my favorite. He really pulled out a nice blue on this titanium, and this one's actually a prototype. So if you aren't familiar with David over at Sharp Works, not necessarily a new maker, new for Blade HQ. Keep an eye out for his stuff. Next up, got this little multi-tool it's actually a collaboration between Jeff over at Tough Knives and Justin Laffer. And actually Justin Laffer's dad, this thing is called the Laffer curve. And if you don't know what that is, go check your economics. Justin Laffer's dad developed the Laffer curve, and so they kind of named this little multi-tool after him. Features a bottle opener, pry bar / screwdriver on either end. cool little tool. And we'll have a variety of these in different finishes. Next up from Microtech, the Halo 5. While the Halo 5 is not new, this particular one is. As you can see, it's actually milled from carbon fiber. So there's no aluminum chassis like you'd normally see on the Halo 5. It's just solid carbon fiber. And they have done this on a few other knives. The Combat Troodon is one of them. But again, Microtech with their innovation, I mean, no one's doing anything like this. Even the charging handle, which is normally either steel or aluminum, is milled from a single piece of carbon fiber, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
This has an inlay, looks like it's heat anodized titanium, as well as up on the button. Even the blade features 3 inlays on the face, other face, and along the spine. Fit and finish, impeccable. Last thing we want to show from Microtech is the Mini Venom. We recently released the Blade HQ exclusive Venom Tech, which was based on the Ultratech design. The original Venom was based on the Scarab design. So this was kind of a fun little limited piece that he did. Holstex sheath. It's kind of cool that you can actually see the knife inside it. Hand ground Mini Venom blade, again based on the UTX-70. These are from Andre Van Heeden, if I'm pronouncing that right. This is his Midtech Butcher. Price point, these will sell for around 400 bucks. It is a Midtech, so it's not a full-on custom, but you know, he has basically customized each one, so each one will probably vary slightly. Different hole patterns, different anodizations, premium materials. All the blades are S35 VN, titanium frame lock, lock bar stabilizer. I mean, it has all the features of a custom knife. Feel of it is very custom as well. Next up is the Grant and Gavin Hawk Beetle. This will be more of a production run. This one actually isn't custom, but you wouldn't know by looking at it. You know, Grant and Gavin are known in the industry for their innovation, never ones to stick to, you know, the conformity and the same regular things that everyone else is doing. If you're not familiar with their stuff, this one is a non-locking knife, which is great for some countries where, you know, they have stricter laws on locking knives. So, you know, it opens and closes. But once the knife is actually in your hand, it's solid. So your hand actually acts as the lock. So if it's in your hand, I mean, this knife cannot close. It features a industrial strength, basically rubber band, that kind of acts as the actuating mechanism. If you look really close here, you can see their logo, their claw logo. I really like that. It's quite large, but it's not very noticeable, so it's not gaudy, you could say. I mean, it's very understated.
Yeah, unless you come at it at the right angle, you almost can't even see it.
One piece I wanted to show from Jeff Vandermeulen. We first found Jeff, it was probably 2 or 3 blade shows ago. His design is very unique. One thing I really like with his stuff is it's very smooth and contoured, and this piece especially kind of stuck out to me. And he says he's never done one like this and doesn't know if he ever will again, just because it was kind of a pain. But he has these nice titanium contoured scales, and he did these cool carbon fiber inlays that just kind of flow with the scales. His pocket clips are very distinct as well. You can recognize his knives just from the pocket clip. Very organic. Beautiful grind on this. Yeah, we love Jeff's work.
And those carbon fiber inlays, those go all the way through onto the inside, right?
Yeah.
They're not just like a little button or anything.
Yeah, it's actually all the way through. You can see them on the other side. Yeah. The ever popular.
These were my favorite from Blade Show.
Shirogorov.
Great looking knives. I love the sleek classic look of them.
Yeah. Out of Russia. Attention to detail is off the charts. This milled carbon fiber handle has a texture to it, some grooves basically, and you can kind of see this is the same model, but in 2 different materials. But everything about it, I mean, you look at the back spacer and just the attention to detail along the spine here, where the lanyard fits in. I mean, you don't see attention like this, attention to detail like this very often.
They're fantastic looking.
I mean, even the pocket clip. If you notice, I don't know if you can see this, but how the pocket clip kind of rolls over on that side, so it's only contacting right there, but not on there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just attention to detail again is pretty outstanding. Again, this is just a small portion of the knives we brought back from Blade. We just wanted to pick some of our favorites, so keep an eye on our site, as we will be posting the rest on there shortly.
Yeah, and custom knives do go fast, so check for availability. Also, make sure you subscribe and keep watching for more great videos from Blade HQ.